focus on athletes, I suppose. I feel like a lot of people think when they think influencers, they think, well, if I've got a cooking product, I should work with celebrity chefs. If I've got a product that's focused on babies, I should work with mommy bloggers. If I've got like a dress or an apparel line, I should work with fashion influencers. And we found that, obviously athletes have been getting sponsorship for years. And really athletes are a 360. Like, yes, they're influential for a sports product, but actually in most times, athletes would love to be working not with just a concussion headgear, but they also want to show their kids off, their wives off. They want to do cool things in the house. They fish at the weekends. They love grilling. And so we really try and, amplify this idea that athletes are more than athlete, which is obviously trending right now, which is good for us. Social media deals is like the biggest hack of our century when it comes to working with athletes. Like the fact that you can take a partnership with an athlete and say, hey, so every deal that we do, we have like terms attached to it. So even if it's like a social media deal, it'll say like rights to name and image use for 12 months. So the fact that you can pay someone for one piece of content and then essentially associate them with your brand for 12 months is just like unbelievable. And it's really only available to smaller companies, because big companies, they're not connected enough, right? All the individual departments are not connected enough to do enough with it, unless it's like a huge deal and everyone's just like doing their own thing. Whereas when you're a small company, like I'm sure we all know, like you get one piece of PR and then you put it in your Facebook ads and then you send it out to your mailing list and your investor list. And like one Forbes article for us will go like mountains more than if anyone else. And it's the same thing with like an athlete partnership. Like how much you can drive value from that one deal is, for me, unbelievable. A good fit for you. Now, some people will say, listen, I'm in Chicago and I just want an athlete that speaks to Chicago. Great. Then what we're basically doing is saying, what's the biggest athlete that we can find that talks to your audience? Some people say, I really just care about content. Like if you care about content, then let's go for someone who has great content. Maybe you care about, like we were just talking about, the story and the authentic fit. So someone who has applied to your campaign and really told you like this heartwarming piece about why their product means something, to authenticity. And even though you might say, well, authenticity, everyone wants that. But hey, if I'm Little Caesars, to be honest, I just want the biggest athlete like on TikTok that I can afford. So I think it's about highlighting like what is it that you really care about, and then diving into that one, whether it's engagement following, demographic fit, best content, or authenticity.